You know, it's almost like your birthday with a package from China, so let's go. So when you're looking at the specifications of the A-Inu Retro Mini PC, it comes with an AMD Ryzen 5 5700U. There are different kind of configurations out there most of the time, with different kind of, I'm guessing, like when it comes to RAM, but also when it comes to storage capacity. I was very glad to have this thing with 512GB. It's more enough for, let's say, your typical use, but of course for gaming it's going to be not enough. But I also can upgrade it with a 2.5 inch drive, so that's absolutely great. It does come installed with a very nice looking background. But let's take a close look at the program called A-Inu Space. It is familiar to me when it comes to the handheld devices. And that is actually what they wanted to do with this A-Inu device. They want to do the same kind of things when it comes to the handhelds. The software, I must say, I do have a mixed feeling about it. Later on I'll also explain why this is. So the way how it looks, we're not going to update it. I'm going to do this later. But I just want to give you a quick overview, actually what you can do with this. Basically what you're getting is a piece of software that runs on the background. And you can just tinker with also the settings of the mini PC from here. In combination with, let's say, different presets, we're also having AAA games. If you want to have maximum power, you can just put TDP to its maximum limit. For the, let's say, the handheld Windows devices, this is a very easy to use program and very convenient. You want to save battery. And yeah, I think in this case it's only if you're going to be switching between office work and playing games. You can just basically mess around with the mini PC from this point and just easily tweak everything and not go into Windows and mess around with some kind of, let's say, different programs. Another thing I just wanted to showcase is all of the information of the mini PC where we're going to do some emulation testing. I've been messing around with, let's say, the A-Inu device for some time now and just want to check out what can we actually do. So I've been checking out the resolution 1366 by 768. All of the settings will be set to low and we're just going to be keeping it there. The thing I've noticed when messing around with the A-Inu software, I just wanted to check out how everything works. The first thing that was kind of weird that I didn't have a frame per second meter on somehow, so I added myself another one at the right top corner. So playing around, we're having around 50 FPSs. But switching, let's say, without the A-Inu software, somehow I was getting a way better overall performance with exactly the same settings. And to my surprise, I was just like flabbergasted seeing that the software is just drawing a lot of power, or there is something on the background basically using too much power, and it has like a bad influence on the gamer actually playing. Alright, so let's move on to the full HD. So basically every setting set to low, and just want to go back to the games just to see how we're going to have emulation performance now. And we're doing hitting like always a 50 FPS, but this is actually the best we're getting when it comes to Crash Bandicoot. Let's just stick it with the 1080p. We're going to put every single setting to low, and let's take a close look at one of my favorite fighting games, Dead Alive. And you can just see that it really struggles with this particular chipset. Of course, we can just go, let's say, different resolution, trying to hit a 50, maybe 60 FPS. But this is just actually what we're going to get when it comes to this chipset. And it's a very cool piece of technology, but for these, let's say, more demanding games, it's not powerful enough. But where this mini PC is pretty damn awesome is that we're getting absolutely great overall performance with some old school games. Think about indie games, Street of Rage or some Outrun 2006. A couple of games that are running pretty damn great. So let's do a quick overview on a couple of those. Alright, so let's take a close look inside the machine itself and let's open it up. Of course you can upgrade it, but that's the thing that I also wanted to see how does it actually work. I've noticed in the toilet paper manual that we need to open it up, and I'm using the original, let's say, screwdrivers I'm getting with them. I can tell you these things are not comfortable at all. Doesn't matter the way the construction is with the screw and also with the rubber feet. It's a very nice way how they actually did this, and I can really appreciate the way how they made this particular product. Two pry tools, they are very thin, so let's see if we can just stick them right in. Let's see which is the best way to go to when it comes to this. Alright, there we go. And just open it up. Alright, so let's be very gentle. I don't want to break anything of the plastic. Oh, that went really easy. Okay, so inside we could have like a sneak peek, but what they actually did with this particular product, there is a tiny, let's say, mini PC in the inside of this thing, and you can see most of the product, everything is like plastic, and that's also why this thing is so lightweighted. So the fan, the way the construction is absolutely great. Here you can just actually see that when it comes to this, you can just open it up fairly easy. But when it comes to the other part, yeah, this is going to be a slightly different story. First of all, when it comes to this, you need to get these screws off, and there are like there are 3 of them I can see over there, and there, but I have this annoying ribbon cables. I think I'm going to be flip it open like that. So 3 screws need to be removed. We can just flip it open like that. Oh, there were a lot of freaking, oh man, you're seriously, oh, the construction of this thing. We need to be lifting it up like that. And here you can reach into, let's say, all the other compartment. So having the NVMe, they can be changed out. We have dual memory, so that's absolutely great if you want to play some emulation. Love dual channel, by the way. But we have different kind of ways you can install stored devices. So we're just going to do some emulation testing with Windows, and maybe later on we can do a bottle serial image by building the hard drive inside of the machine or use an external one. But let's get into it from Emulation. And by the way, I've never heard of this brand they're using of an SSD inside the machine. We're not really going to focus on, let's say, the 8-bit, 16-bit era, because those will run perfectly on a powerful mini PC like this. I want to mainly focus on, let's say, some higher demanding or more demanding emulators. The first thing I wanted to check out is on PlayStation 2 with one of my favorite games, Tekken. And yeah, you can even upscale it without any problem, even despite they're using an older chipset of an AMD inside this thing. So for PlayStation 2 emulation, it's absolutely great. But with PlayStation 3, I've noticed that we do have very long loading times with games, something you don't have that often when it comes to faster chipsets, or newer ones at least. And of course also the shaders, you can see the compiling shader notification in the left bottom corner a lot when actually playing this game. I don't find it really annoying, and the overall gameplay is still very smooth.
I will purge the world of your presence.
Okay, so I wanted to play some God of War, the Chains of Kinkiness, with some 10 times resolution, or in other words, I think it's even 4K internal resolution, but you can see that mini PC struggles a lot with this. So I needed to lower it all the way to 8 times.